There we go. We are sweet. Awesome. So when it's finished, I should be able to upload that to YouTube to your playlist as well, and I can probably send it to you as a file on top of
All
that.
right.
That's a great idea. Remind me at your lessons in the future that you do on Zoom that we can record the lesson because you can have everything right there for you. Okay, so exercise number one. What we do with these exercises is we sing them on vowel sounds. Ah, a, E, O, and U, which are our five pure Italian vowels, basically. And you probably recognize that from, again, singing with some other folks as well. They tend to use those vowels, A, E, O, and U. The short vowel sounds like A, E, I, I, those kinds of sounds, those are not pure vowel sounds. They're usually modified or interesting things are done with them. They're not quite as beautiful. But the A, E, O, and U is a nice open sound. That, I don't know why I'm getting notifications now, but I'm getting notifications. So every once in a while it dings, I'll have to figure out a way to shut
It's
that
all
off.
good. All good.
Literally just happened. That literally just happened within the last few days. So this is what the exercise sounds like if we're moving it along. Number one, see if you can just follow the notes while I'm playing it, or if you can just follow it on the sheet. So I usually count to four because it's in 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's basically it there. Now, for the vowel sounds, I'm going to sing it through with all five vowel sounds, and I'm just going to do them in the order of A, E, O, and U. To make it a little more challenging when you're practicing, I'm going to raise the pitch like you would do in a lot of the exercises, little by a semitone at a time. It doesn't get outrageously high, but it gets high-ish towards the very end. So I'm going to start it just as it's written in the key of C. That first note and the last note is middle C, just FYI, so you can see what that looks like there. And I'm going to do it on an A. I'm going to suggest that you mute your side of Zoom right now. It should still do all the recording that we need to have done. And you can sing along with me as you're comfortable doing it. So I'm going to go over each vowel, A, E, O, and U. And I should mention one last thing. When I sing it legato, I'm going to sing smooth. When I do the staccato, I'm going to do it from my tummy, which means I'm going to add a little H. Ha, 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 ha. So I really feel those tummy muscles getting worked as well along the way. Okay, so A is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, 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 ah. A, 2, 3, 4. A, eh, 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 eh. E, 2, 3, 4. E, e, O, 2, 3, 4. O, oh, 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 oh. And oo, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. That's the exercise, and you can unmute. All right, and Joe, you should notice in your YouTube playlist, there are two exercises. One has some ducks on it that you'll see, and the other one, I think you get the Conservatory Canada logo on it right there. One of them will have me singing it, and the other one will have, I think, just the instrumental. So you can actually sing with your recording that you just have on your lesson, recorded lesson here, or use these videos as well. I won't worry about the number 43 exercise because I'm going to put that on a video later today, so you don't have to worry about doing that again. All right, my suggestion in our work, I think to make it so that you notice that you're actually moving forward. I'm one of those people, as you probably know, that likes to bounce around sometimes things here and there. And sometimes if I bounce around a little too much, it doesn't feel like I can see where the progress is, but you may not see them. I'm thinking what we'll do is each week we'll add an exercise on. So today is number 1. Next week we'll add number 2. The next week we add number 3. And we'll just kind of work our way in that order so that you can actually sort of recognize and see the progress and also see it moving in a positive direction. Otherwise, what I'll often do is I'll jump around to the sight reading and ear training and all that stuff, and I just don't want to overwhelm you for right now. So I think that's enough to work on for technical. So you'll have the warm-up book, Successful Warm-Ups Book 1. I'm going to leave you 39 to 43. I will do up a video. If it's not done immediately today, it will be done very quickly, and it should hit your YouTube playlist. And then the grade 4 exercise number 1 is in your playlist to work with as we speak. And so what I thought we could do is, for songs, is let's chat a little bit about choosing 5 songs that you would like to sing. Now, these songs would be things that you can use as well for the Sterling Music Festival, the Quinte Festival. One that I might recommend, I know last year you entered the Toronto Festival. I would recommend, there's one in Stratford that does an online festival, and they have entries that you don't have to have your videos done until the first week of March, and I think that's actually probably a more advantageous time to do videos, like sometime towards the end of February. So Stratford is the one that I would recommend to do an online festival. You also mentioned that there were some talent contests that you could potentially participate into.
Yeah, I think they were only for that region. You have to be living in that area.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Stratford, I can tell you, you don't have to be living in the area for that, for their festival, because I've had students win prize money and all kinds of good stuff with that festival. I would recommend, my suggestion would be to maybe do 2 recorded songs, because I think being able to record yourself is worthwhile. 2 recorded songs, 2 things if you wanted to sing in the Quinte Festival, which happens right in Belleville, you could do that. There's also, because you're on the way to Kingston as well, there is the Kingston Music Festival as well, which it offers. So there's good opportunities there as well. So Quinte, Kingston, Sterling, and Stratford, but I would pick maybe 2 live festivals and 1 recorded. We also have a duets recital that I'm hoping that we'll sing a duet together for, and that will be a live and a recorded as well. And then there's spring recital, live and recorded, and then the ultimate is hoping that you'll be ready to do that level 4 exam in June. And I think if
Oh,
you're able
it's
to,
June. Oh, shoot, I thought it was going to be recently.
no, the exams usually are, the exams can be taken anytime you want, actually. You just have to
Okay.
give a few weeks notice. Usually it's the end of May, early June is when we
Okay.
do them.
Wow, I
Yeah.
thought it was like, oh, I thought I was going to have to cram, man. I thought it was going to be like a couple weeks from now.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about songs. I'm assuming How Great Thou Art you would like to
Yeah.
use. Yeah. So I'm going to put that one down. Bear with me here. I wish that I didn't receive. I'm going to have to figure out a way to remove those notifications.
Is that your tablet?
I'm on my Apple, my Mac notebook. I've
Oh,
used it now for 2 years.
yeah.
I Zoom for hours every single week, and it's just been within
It,
the
it,
last
it
week.
doesn't bother me at all because I remember when I was taking a tutor for my weight loss coaching.
Yeah.
The lady was getting notifications too, and people were walking into her office, and some
Well,
didn't
what
knock.
yeah, I've never received notifications ever before, and FYI, I can't even read them to begin with, Joe, because you know how on the Zoom screen there's the little. At least I don't know if you're in the same
Yeah,
boat as me, but I have me over in the top right corner. That's where the notification comes in. So
yeah.
there must have been something either when I hit the United States that I must have toggled. I know I'm allowing more notifications to come in because the the text messaging, Rogers charges, like they charge an arm and a leg now. It's $16 a day just to have data in the States. And but
Wow.
then they, and that data, I can have data, I can call, I can do everything. But text messages, they charge $1 per text. So you know how quickly you can say yes in a
Yep.
text. And $30 just racked up one day. And so I said, well, I'm not
Yeah,
going to text.
yeah. When I was back when I was this was about 40 years ago when I
Yeah.
first started working. There was this one lady from Germany. She couldn't believe how many commercials were on television this side of the world.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I can imagine for sure. Now, other songs, I'm looking at the book here of the stuff that I brought with me. Uh, Most of these ones are newer ones. So I'm going to ask you. I know that the other one that I do think that you should do is Above All. I think you should
Oh
include that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Above All, I would include in your program as well. So that's 2 out of 5. And I'm looking here. Just a minute.
To where you are is, I think, it's just a little bit too much on the high side.
Yeah, and I feel that it strains your voice.
Yeah, yeah.
So other songs though that you have briefly looked at, that you have done a little bit of work with me. One that I really liked, and it is a little higher, but we can work it, is Who Am
All
I?
right.
I really like that song, Who Am
Oh
I?
yeah.
That one I really really like that song. The Casting Crowns one. The one I'd rather have Jesus. I think that would be worth looking
Oh,
at
okay.
as well. Blessings, I think, would be worth looking at as well. The Laura Story song. Da 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 da. Blessings come through raindrops. Another one that we had looked at was the old gospel tune, Heavenly Sunlight. And that
Okay.
one can actually be done as a duet as well. So we could potentially sing that as a duet together. And then for classical pieces, I think we had briefly looked at one called The Path to the Moon. That is definitely a level 4 piece. The Italian one that can be sung in either Italian or English, Dove sei amato bene, or Art Thou Troubled, the Handel, that is a
Oh
good
yeah.
piece as well. That's a little higher than level 4, but I think definitely doable. Homeward Bound, we had briefly looked at that one as well. That one was the one, in the quiet, misty morning.
I like that. That almost sounds like Celtic.
It does, definitely. It's got that. And the other is that you could potentially do the Piezu as a solo rather than a duet if you wanted to sing that one. So those I think would. Oh, and the other one that I really wanted you to look at, and this you will need to look at your playlist. You mentioned a song called Here I Am, Lord, back in the fall.
Oh yeah.
And you did mention a specific singer. Now, I have recorded that song myself twice already. They're not that specific singers' versions, but I wondered if you could look at those today and see if you like either of my versions of it, because I have recordings that I could that you can work with. If you prefer the other fellow, I can see if I can find music that sort of represents. I look to see if his version was out there, and it wasn't, but I can usually arrange it. So I wondered, do you have a device where you can look at your playlist as well,
Oh
like
yeah. Like
a
what
phone
do you
or a
mean?
tablet or anything? Can
My
you,
my
yeah,
phone?
can you find your playlist there?
Yeah.
And there should be 2 versions of Here I Am, Lord. You don't have to listen to all of them. They're lengthy. One of them, I'll just come back to playlists here. There is one that is 5 minutes and 11 seconds long. It's got a nice picture, tropical kind of picture, and it's got a cross up in the top right. And the other is me singing at the Foxborough Church back about a year ago.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, there you are.
So try out the one that says Here I Am, Lord, that's 5 minutes and 11 seconds long, and
Okay.
listen to maybe the first minute and a half of it, and see what you think of that version of it.
Like right now?
Yep, right now, yes,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And if it's playing through your hearing aids, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it will because I
yeah,
have two
yeah.
devices.
Just important that you hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
About a minute and a half, and then I want you to listen to a minute and a half of the other version.
I wonder why it's not playing. Come on. Premium controls, all right. Hmm. It keeps on turning off. I don't know what's going on.
No worries. I can play it from my end. I'll
Yeah,
play it
okay.
from my end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry, all who dwell in darkest sin.
I like it because
My
it's not as
hand
high.
will save. It's a nice, yeah. I who made the It does get a little higher, I think, a little later,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will
I'll stop it at the end of the verse.
people in my heart.
So that's the one version. The other version, which I sang last year at Foxborough Church, I'll
Yeah, I
just play
just
again.
sent
Pardon
I
me?
sent you the one there just on your email, the one that I was listening to, but
Calling somebody,
it's
it was.
really high.
Yeah. This version is the one that I sang on Sunday, February the 9th, 2025.
That,
So,
that's probably your email coming through.
yeah, it probably is. And let's just make sure that that plays there. There we go. So you get me singing in Foxborough
Yep.
Church there.
I, the Lord of sea
I think
and
this one's a
sky,
little bit even lower.
Yep.
I have
Yeah,
heard
it is.
my
Yep.
people cry, all who dwell in dark and sin, my hand will save. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold
I think I'll stop it at the end of the first verse.
your people in my heart.
Was there one that you liked better than the other, the first or the second one?
The first one
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Well, why don't you, if you can, I would recommend that you learn that one this year. First off,
Okay.
because I think you do need new material, you need new songs to be working on too.
Yeah.
That's one thing to keep things fresh. It's a beautiful piece. It's very powerful. I think it was originally written for the Roman Catholic Church, and then it blew up and became a huge song all over the place with Protestant and Catholic and all over, and it's one of my all-time favorites. And I know for a lot of people it's one of those kinds of songs. I have a feeling if you were to share it again in a church, if there was an evening talent night or a night that you can share a song, it would really touch people in a wonderful way, and I think people would really feel it. So I'm gonna put my version. I'll leave that version, the one that has the it's the one with the it's got the it's actually a picture that I took. Actually, I took that picture. Here I know you've got it on the there, but if it will play. Maybe it doesn't want to. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to play. I'll just bring the picture a little bit closer, but right before the pandemic happened, I got to go to Maui actually, and
Oh
that
yeah.
is in a town called Hana, and it's a rainforest actually, and the Hana, they call it the road to Hana. You it's a windy road through tropical rainforest. I'd never been to a rainforest in my life, so
Right.
it literally was just like, all the indoor houseplants that you see, they were just like 25 feet tall and bamboo. And I just remember when I saw the cross up there, it was a very powerful setting. So that's actually a picture that I took actually, of all things.
Awesome.
So yeah. So I'm going to leave that one for you to get a start
Right.
on. Now, I can send the lyrics to you for that as well, but they're pretty straightforward. There's three verses. I do like that first version as well. You can use a backing track with the flute, which is kind of pretty to use, but I can also play it live, with piano accompaniment quite well as well. So, do you have any ideas for the other two songs? And they
No.
don't have to be ones that I listed off. Are there two others that you
Mm.
are either somewhat familiar with or that you really want to learn, that you could think
Um, yeah, usually it would be, there is one that I do like, and that's uh, okay, it's in my playlist here. Just give me a second
about?
here.
Yeah,
Um, um, YouTube, where are you here? It's somewhat high, but
yeah.
I know you like to you know how to bring it down a little bit.
If need be, yeah.
Like yeah, just bring the. There's only two. Okay, it's called Made for More.
Made for more.
Made for More. Yep. And I
Okay.
can probably send you the link there. I send you the link there to. I can send you this one here. There's two. One is just the guy singing, and then there's one where it's just a musical.
And is it made
Okay.
for more? Is it Josh Baldwin? Is that the name of?
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
see it there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yep.
yeah,
And I'll just send it to you on your email.
sure.
Okay. Where's Michael
Then
here?
what I would suggest we can certainly work on that one for sure.
Right.
It'll be new for me, and I'll check it out.
Yep.
I would suggest for the other piece to go with either something more classical
Okay.
or something different. Like what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
thinking. Oh, that Homeward Bound. If you like
Uh,
that Homeward Bound one, that would be
yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about Caruso.
those. I would hold off. That's like more like a level 8. That's more like a level 8. Yeah. I would either go with the Homeward Bound song or
Yeah.
the
What about the guy that the blind opera singer? Yo sono mona sono
yeah, that's a level 9. That's a level 9. I would go with or Piezu as a
Okay.
solo.
Yeah.
Piezu.
There's the.
Why don't we do Piezu? Because I know you
Okay.
enjoy that one,
Yeah. All
and
right.
do that and I'll put Piezu solo. Okay, that I think gives you a game plan. So, how great thou art, above all, here I am, Lord, made for more, and the Piezu solo. And I would say in March, so
Right.
that you give yourself January and February to work through the songs.
Hmm.
In March, if you're happy with those 5 songs, we keep them.
Right.
You share them wherever you can, and you do them for the exam. If
Yeah.
one of them, though, you're thinking, I don't know, that made for more is not working for me, or
Right.
here I am, Lord, I am not digging it, that sort of thing,
Yeah. Hmm.
then that would be, I would say, March, you could still probably change something, but by the time we reach the end of March, you really want to be like you would treat the exam. It's like you're like like a touring artist. I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Hmm.
Josh
Yeah.
Baldwin. Even though I don't know anything about this fellow, he
Yeah.
probably sings "Made for More" at every single concert he does. I'm assuming
Yeah.
since it's got 12 million views, it's got to be one of his bigger
There
songs.
was one. There's one that's on Sirius Radio on Message, and what is her name? Her name is Kit. No, she's a black lady, and she's Cece Wyman's.
Okay, yes, I know that name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and what does she sing? because I sang it and people were actually crying,
Okay.
and I thought that was
Oh
and
yes, I remember you telling me about that one.
yeah, some
Now those sounds, so FYI, those are people golfing outside. Just
okay.
those are
I
golf
was because
carts.
Americans are getting ready for war and stuff like that. So I mean, they're like okay, so many
I will tell you,
countries.
Joe. When we crossed the border, we had no idea what we were going to deal with. Absolutely none of what they talked about, what they talk about in the
Wow,
news, none of it. I asked the guy. I said,
wow.
Do I need to fingerprint? Do I need to register?" He said, "Nope." He said, "What day are you returning home?" I said, "I'm returning home into Canada on February the 8th, 2026." I said, "Do I need to do anything else?" No, he was smiling, happy, very friendly. And as we traveled through literally the entire United States um, from Michigan all the way. We went through 3 states the first night. Michigan all the way to Arizona. Nothing but friendly,
Wow.
wonderful people. We've had a really good trip. So I do think that the media does blow up some of the stuff
Yeah,
to an
I know.
extent.
They always like
Yeah.
okay, CC
I
Winans,
agree with you though. I agree with you.
yeah,
Every time I hear one of the news stories, Joe, it's upsetting. So that's why I just shut the news off.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So come
Anyways,
Jesus, come.
that one I remember that one.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards though. I'm leaning
Oh,
towards the five that we've talked about. How great thou
okay.
art above all.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Oh, I thought you wanted more. I thought you wanted
No,
one more.
no, I
Oh,
think
okay.
Made for More and PAA
Oh,
Zoo.
okay.
And I think that the PAA Zoo gives us something a little more classically based
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Okay.
So what I was going to recommend is let's just look at one of those songs for today. I was
All
going to
right.
say if you when you practice with Made for More, do you use is there a lyric video that you sing with or anything that are you able to?
Yeah, there is, but it's like that was before I got sick.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to say I forget everything, but it's just man, I forget half of everything.
It's up to
So
you. If you wanted to show me what you've learned with it, like you
oh,
can sing along with Josh Baldwin. I've never heard the
yeah,
song before, so I'd be curious to
right.
hear what it sounds like. I see
Okay.
the I see the
That's
words and
him. See,
I
that's
see
him.
some lyric ones there.
Yeah, yeah. And there's one that he actually does his own. There's a lyric one too. I'll send you that one. You know, as soon as I hear it go
Okay.
blink there. Where are you here? Yeah, that's him. Yep.
If you can, because I would like to hear you. If you don't, he can be singing, but I'd like to
Yep.
hear you at least try a verse or something like that, so I can sort of hear what it sounds like. I can already tell I like
Yep.
it.
Okay. Here it
Don't
is
worry about
here.
sending anything to me. Just if you can get the video to play
Mhm.
and let it and it will play. Fingers crossed.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm just going to give you send you the copy link
Thanks, Joe.
back to your. Where are you? There you are. And reply, paste, and send. Okay, you're going to get that in a second. So that's just the lyrics. Okay.
Yep. And
Yeah.
if you can hit the play button, it doesn't matter if it plays through your hearing aids or
Yeah.
but I'd just like to hear you sing a verse of it and see what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Okay. I'm just gonna go through my actual. Uh, that's there.
I can see Joseph Sliwa right off the top there. Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Just let me history history. Come on.
And sometimes the only reason I usually use a different device is that sometimes it will do half Zoom and half YouTube, but hopefully it will work
Yeah.
well. But I'd just like
Okay.
to hear you sing a verse of it.
Yep. Just trying to find the history here.
Yeah.
And uh,
While you're looking for that, I'm just going to be
yep.
looking to see if there's some sheet music available for it as well.
There we go. Right there. Which one's that? Okay. Playlist. Made from. I'm going to share my screen. If that's all right. Yeah.
You can if you want to, but you don't have to. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. I think this is it here. I know who I am. because I know who you are. The cross of salvation was only the start. Now I've been chosen, free and forgiven. I have a future, and it's worth the living. I wonder why it's not play. There we go. There we go. Because I wasn't made to be tending a grave. I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. So why would I make my bed in my shame when a fountain of grace is running my way? I know I am yours, and I was made for more. And this is where it goes high, because I know who I am, because I know who you are. The cross of salvation was only the start. Now I've been chosen, free and forgiven. I have a future, and it's worth the living. So that's how it goes there.
I really like the song. I found one version with sheet music.
Okay.
It looks like it's in a different key, and it looks like it's written for three-part harmony. So I'm gonna just look and see. I'm just gonna Google "made for more sheet music" PDF. I'm gonna start with free first of all.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have here? Okay, yeah, that's the song. They have it written for SATB choral, so for four-part harmony. But also, I'm just curious.
But in that video, he just sings with this one lady, and that's probably how he can get to that high note.
Yeah,
But he jumps really high for the chorus, and it's like, wow.
that I don't think will be an issue with finding. I think it sounds like it's a great. Yeah, I have they have a version. This one is not too high, terribly high. This one isn't terribly high, and technically, I'm gonna add that music. I'm just gonna make sure just give myself a. I have to send myself an email to do that. So made
Yeah.
for more, and I'll work on getting used to that particular piece. I think it's an excellent choice, and I'll see if I can find something. How about to finish out your lesson? Let's sing out either one of the others that you are more familiar with, either Piezu tried as a solo, or Above All, or How Great Thou Art, and we'll wrap up for today.
Let's do, yeah, How Great Thou Art.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And just,
I don't have music, so I'll have to listen to your.
yep, no problem at all.
Yeah.
And are you able to play it through the video, or are you comfortable doing, or do you want me to play it from my end?
Yeah, you can play. Whatever, which way I can get through.
Okay, well, what I'll do,
Okay.
just in interest of time, just because I know the next
Yeah,
tune is
because
going to be in
we're
three
at
minutes, I
yeah
wanted to
we're
check.
at
Yeah, while I've got you on here for your next lesson, are we going to go with Wednesday, January the 14th? Yes.
yeah 4.
Okay, I can do. I was going to say my suggested time would be either 1 o'clock
Oh,
or 5 o'clock,
no,
but I can certainly do something else as well.
for the 14th?
Wednesday
Oh
the
no.
14th, and if those times are not good, just
Okay.
let me know.
Say it again, please.
So Wednesday, January the 14th, my ideal times would be, well, actually, I could do 10:15, so I could do morning. So 10:15, 1 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. 10:15, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock sounds good.
Okay, let's plan for that, and I'll write that down. Now, Joe, if there's any changes, don't hesitate to let me know because I'm very glad to reschedule. But how about just to wrap up
Yep.
the lesson with I'm going to do the shorter version of How Great Thou Art just because, like I say, the next student is going to be in 2 minutes.
Oh,
You'll have to mute your
right.
side of the Zoom call. That's all. You'll have to
What's
mute your
that?
You'll have to mute your side of the Zoom call to sing
Oh,
along
yeah.
with
Yeah.
me. All
Yep.
right,
Yep.
and I'll just kind of sing along with it, okay?
All right.
Yeah, here we go. And I'm going to do the short version that you'd used in the... Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and lead me home, what joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow with humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art. And Joe, I'll wrap up your lesson with that for today. I'll send over the recording to you as quick as I can as soon as I figure that out. But I do see the other folks are there for their lesson. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week at 1 o'clock, okay? Take care, Joe. Cheers. Bye-bye.